All right, welcome back to Market Day Report. I am Scott Shellady, otherwise known as the Cow Guy. Why don't we take a look at some of these markets, because that's going to be the most important thing, because it's your money, right? And that's what we're here for. Let's take a look at, say, corn. This hasn't moved. We're still about 3 to 4 cents lower, or 3.5 in most of them. Let's take a look at the front month. That's May, 3 cents lower there to 4.27. I guess that's popped up just a tad, 4.26 and 3/4. I'm waiting around. It does come lower, but we haven't really moved. We've got about a 6 cent range over there, and we're at about a penny and a half off the bottom of that range, so that'll give you an idea where we sit. Dees is that's the new crop. That's down 3.5 cents to 4.59 and a half. All right, let's move on to soybeans. What's got the soybeans going? Not much either. It's off about 3 to 4 cents, just like corn. 3.25 cents lower in the May, 11.51 and 3/4. That's last, and that's about what, 5 cents off the low of the day. If you go out to the September, that's down 2.5 cents to 11.49. And that's 4.5 cents off the low of the day out there. Let's move on to the wheat. That's Chicago wheat. Well, it's down 14 cents up front. And that's May. 5.50 is last, and that's 2.5 cents from the low. Well off the highs by 15 cents. We got 11.25 cents lower in the Dees. That's 5.79, and that's about what, 2.75 cents off the low there. So backing up here as we get closer and closer to the WASDE report at the end of the week, but really not scoring any points. How about we move from Chicago to the hard red in Kansas City? That's going to be down 9.5 cents across the board. We'll start with the May. That's off 9 cents to 5.71 2 cents off of the low of the day. And folks, we've had about a 13 cent range, so that'll give you an idea where we sit. 9.5 cents lower in the Dees to 5.82 and that too is about 2 cents off the low of the day. That's hard red wheat in Kansas City. Let's go to Minneapolis and take a look at the spring wheat. 7.75 cents lower there, and that's the May. 6.51 3/4 is last. 1.75 cents is 1.75 cents from the low. How about that? 8.75 cents lower in the Dees to 6.73, and again, that's the low of the day. All right, that's spring wheat. How about cotton? What's going on in cotton? Well, we've got a loss of 21 points. That's the May contract. 94.37 is last there. And we're well off the low of the day. Look, we've had another decent range over there by over 200 points, but remember yesterday, 500 points. Wow. All right, let's bring in our next guest analyst. That would be the venerable Tommy Grisafi. He's with Advanced Trading. I think he's in Bloomington today. He is. Look at that setup he's got going on. All right, Tommy, much ado about nothing, or do we have to read something into this?
A lot going on. I mean, it's been probably one of the most productive days ever in America because Facebook's down, which means people will actually have to work. No playing on Instagram, no nothing. While you were doing a wonderful job reading all those quotes, I received a text or a tweet that Gmail's starting to have problems. Is America under attack, Scotty? I'm not sure, but the cybersecurity is a huge topic as we all depend so much on the internet and our cell phones. On a serious note, though, when I look at the quote boards, and we'll get to grains, when I look at the quote board, it's a classic risk-off day like you and I were taught at the Board of Trade. Red all the way down the screen. A little better price action cattle, but the bond market is up 1 point to 2 points, which means yields are down. So the stock market went down hard enough that there was a little tiny bit of flight to quality, as we call it, and interest rates moderated a little bit, meaning like the 10-year went from 4.24, say, to 4.20. People like you...
4.15 now.
Is that right?
Yeah.
But wait, there's more. So you can, do you want higher interest rates or not? Like, a guy like me who wants to maybe refinance a home says, I wish interest rates go down. For interest rates to collapse, let me be perfectly clear. For interest rates to collapse, something bad needs to happen to America.
Yes.
Okay?
Yep, you're right.
So people like you and other TV shows have been saying, the stock market's overvalued, it's this, it's that. We all feel that way, but unless you just have it perfectly timed and we're short today, you've been dead wrong. Bitcoin down 3,000 day. Stock market down a lot today. But what's a lot, right? If I said corn was down 1%, should anyone be scared? No. The Dow's down 0.75%. So we have to, just like we tell farmers, you got to get used to this new money you're dealing with. You don't borrow $100,000 and farm thousands of acres. We're dealing with so much more money in the economy. The whole American economy and the world economy is dealing with this new higher interest rate, and it's an adjustment. I personally think something bad can happen this year with how vulnerable America is in the rest of the world. I didn't like that ship that went down, the fertilizer ship.
Mm-hmm.
That's the real deal. They're sinking ships like Battleship board game here, and we're supposed to act like the world's okay. Back to you, Scotty.
You're right, and that's the problem. I've said this before too. I probably went on 6 weeks ago. Before we go to break, I'll say it. But we might just get those in the camp that think the stock market's overvalued, and there's another camp that thinks that we should really be cutting rates. I think both camps could get what they want, because if we do see a significant sell-off, then we could also see them cut rates because of it. So that's what the Fed's been doing, which is not always the right answer. But both sides could be happy in that trade. Anyway, we got to go away.
Good looking and smart you are, Scotty. Not a combo you see on TV all the time. Good looking and smart. All right, let's take a break, pay some bills.
Yes, exactly right. We'll be right back after this. All right, welcome back. Let's take a look at what's happening in the livestock market, right? That's the other side of the coin. And I wear this jacket all day, so hey. Got to do what you got to do, right? Let's take a look at live cattle up $1.57 in that April contract to 188.25 is last. That's 10 cents off the high of the day. We like to talk like that, don't we? Let's go to the feeders. They're up $1.72 up front. That's April, 257.47. And again, that's another one that's only 12 cents off the high. That's some pretty good going. And then finally, let's take a look at lean hogs. We'll get back to our next guest analyst. This one's not playing along here today. They want to do their own deal, so they're dancing to their own song. Let's go. April's down $1.35 to 84.92, and that's 30 cents off the low of the day. Lean hogs backing up just a tad here. All right, let's bring back in Mr. Tommy Grisafi, Advanced Trading, Bloomington, Illinois. Anything jump off the page at you there, Tommy?
Hogs got to a level last week that was a very hedgeable level. We've had some volatility in cattle. Probably of all the commodities, a guy like I trade, I should be trading more cattle. They just move. I'm not always sure exactly why they move or how much, but last Friday when we were at Commodity Classic, cattle had a big rally, and of course, grains had sold off. So not all commodities are going down, folks. I know we've had some outliers like cocoa and other things, but the big picture is a little negative for commodities. Real quick, going back, corn, wheat, and beans. China has been sniffing around for grain. They bought a lot from Ukraine. They bought a little from us. Keep an eye on China. It's on sale. China gets to buy corn $1 cheaper than the average American can produce it. That should make you angry out there, and you should make sure that doesn't happen in 2024. As far as meats, you have options. You have futures and options. You have LRP insurance that's offered, and that's something we could discuss at Advanced Trading. With that, I want everyone to have a great day, whether the markets are going your way or not. I just had a latte, and I feel great, Scotty. Back to you.
A latte? Wow, I didn't have you down as a latte guy. More of a macchiato. How about that? You know, isn't that more Italian than latte?
Sure. Yeah.
Well,
I'm not going to argue with you. You're the host, Scotty. And I will see you this afternoon on Scott the Cow Guy.
Oh, that's right. Great stuff. Glad you brought it up. Yep. We'll see you then. Thank you very much for your content, Tommy Grisafi, Advanced Trading in Bloomington, Illinois. Bring it back here.